We spent a few days at Fushimi Lake Provincial Park and took the Bannerman Road on Friday. The weather was okay, but there was rain in the past few days and we expected some muddy passages. Welcome to our escapades. Ursula is the navigator, my name is Dieter and I'm the wheelman. The road up to the lakes was well maintained. These first few kilometers were populated and we passed farm fields along the way. We came to the bridge between Hanlan and Wolverine Lake. Now 2 days fast forward. We came back with the canoe and paddled east on Wolverine Lake to Pivabiska Lake. At least we had no rain and no insects bugging us. As long as we remained in the channel between the two lakes, we were sheltered from the wind. We found a sandy beach just big enough to get on land and eat our sandwich. Sometimes you have to enjoy the situations the way they present themselves. On the way back, we saw loons somewhat close to the canoe. We spent about 2 hours on the lake. It was 3:30 by the time we loaded the canoe on the top of the Jeep again. Looking at the map, it is likely possible to paddle from the Fushimi campground via Hanlan Lake, Wolverine Lake and all the way to Lac Saint-Thérèse. This is a 30-kilometer stretch on water and it takes more than 1 day to finish. This is the map of the area showing many small lakes and wetland. The overlay is the actual trail we took with the Jeep. Back to our Friday trip on Bannerman Road. We crossed the bridge and only a handful of cottage access roads branched off after that point. About 10 minutes after the bridge, the side road looked like an abandoned logging road. Getting stuck in the mud is extremely low on our list, and we turned around. This trail is part of a snowmobile trail, and it points west towards Fushimi Lake Provincial Park. Back on Bannerman Road again. We didn't consult the map and took what we thought was Bannerman Road. Turned out to be a good choice. There is not much variation along the road. We don't see past a few meters into the woods and possibly miss all the lakes and wildlife. Okay, let's take a look at this side trail. After a few hundred meters, the forest opens up. We didn't spend much time here. Back on Bannerman Road again, the ground changed to a sandy highway. Driving on sand can be very tricky. The Jeep starts to swim and pulls in all directions. It gets worse when there was rain in the days before. there is still lots of moisture below the dry top sand layer. This whole area was likely harvested for timber many years ago. The trees are all about the same age, and this changes almost every kilometer. Timber harvest is done in large patches to maintain plenty of cover for wildlife and reseeding. It may look as if we were just cruising along, but we made multiple stops to look at the vegetation and listen to the birds and possibly other sounds. The tire tracks on the ground left no doubt. We are not alone. We passed 4 camps. Moose hunt starts in 2 days, and the hunting parties are here to scout the area. We had some interesting conversations, and one group pointed out that a freshly harvested area is maybe 3 kilometers ahead. We didn't make it that far. The road conditions deteriorated, and it is time to pull over and continue on foot. The birds that flew away about 20 meters ahead of the Jeep are northern flickers. It is impossible to get a good picture of them, because they won't let us near them. It is so peaceful and quiet. The only sounds are crickets, birds and frogs later in the afternoon. It is not that we are completely alone. These tracks are fresh, very likely from today. Comparing the size with the boot, this is not a raccoon. 4 toes and claws suggests that this was a wolf. The area around here is ideal for a wolf pack to raise their cubs. And sometimes it's not a footprint that hints to the presence of another resident, a black bear. This was another great excursion. We rarely see animals, but almost every time the tracks. We met interesting people and had a relaxing time out on the trail. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you out there.